the good guy cake. Martin Bennett, get out of my closet this instant, yelled Martin's sister Mary. What are you doing in this room anyway? I'm looking for my ball, explained Martin, backing hastily toward the door. Well, it's not in here, Mary said. She looked at her brother more closely. What have you got all over your mouth? She demanded. Nothing, said Martin, nervously putting his sticky hands behind his back. It's chocolate, Mary screamed. You found that Mars bar in my sewing box. You stole my candy. Martin didn't stop to answer. He turned and ran. If I ever find you in here again, I'll kill you, Mary shouted after him. Martin, look what you're doing to my new wallpaper, cried his mother. She was standing in the hallway, glaring up at him. Martin glanced in alarm at the wall next to him. It was covered with chocolatey finger marks. Oh, I'm in trouble, he thought. How many times have I told you to keep your hands off the wall and use the banister? His mother wailed. That's what it's there for. I'm sorry, said Martin. I'll remember next time. He particularly wanted his mother to be in a good mood today because he had something very important to ask her, something he and his friend, Charlie Miles, had just finished talking about on the phone. As a matter of fact, he had been on his way downstairs to find her when he had been sidetracked by the interesting possibilities of Mary's empty room. Now he would have to wait a while until his mother cooled off. Martin went into the living room and snapped on the television. He snapped it off again, got down on his hands and knees to look for a quarter that he had lost under the couch the week before. And then, figuring he had given his mother enough time to recover, headed doggedly for the kitchen. Mrs. Bennett was busy swabbing the floor with her sponge mop. Don't come in, she said sharply. The floor is all wet. Can I go to the fair next week on my bike? Charlie Miles's mom is letting him, and I would be very careful and ride over to the side of the road so I don't get killed. Martin took a deep breath and looked eagerly at his mother. You would have to go along the post road to get to the school, Mrs. Bennett said, without looking up from her mopping. There would be too much traffic. I would worry the whole time you were gone. Charlie Miles's mom isn't going to worry, said Martin, and I'm a better rider than Charlie is. Well, I can't help it. I would worry, said his mother, squeezing out the mop into the bucket at her side. I would go really slowly and not try anything crazy, Martin promised. No, said his mother firmly.